Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are doing another recap video of a few products that I recently have added to my collection over the last few months, and I try to keep these very minimal, like the amount of products that I feature in a video. I also try to do a mix of high and low just so that I can have a quick and easy video for you guys to watch, but also kind of give you the major important facts and details of these products to help make your purchase easier. And I do hope that these videos are helpful when I do recaps. These are things that I have been enjoying, some things not so much, and I feel like these types of videos are helpful because we're always just new, but then we don't ever kind of come back to it. At least I don't, and I'm trying to be better at coming back around to those products and sharing with you guys if I actually like them or not and what I think about them. So I have 2 drugstore products, and the other 3 are high-end products. So I'm going to start with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette that I got for the holidays. I decided to splurge on this for myself. So it comes in like this really beautiful gold packaging, and it's the larger palettes that have the 6 pans in them, and you get a bronzer, 2 blushes, you get some highlighters, and then the softer powders. And on the back it tells you get the finishing powder in dim light, diffuse light, the strobe powder in glistening strobe light. So those are the top 3 that are in this top row, and then the bottom 3 is the natural bronze light, the vibrant flush, and the mood exposure. So the 2 blushes, as you can see, one is more plummy and one is more corally, and they're kind of swirled, and so is the bronzer. It's more of like a baked look to it, and I recently saw that Sephora had these on sale. I'm not quite sure if they still are by the time this video goes up. This palette, as you see here in this configuration of 6 pans, is $80. So it's a little bit up there in price point, but the formula is absolutely beautiful. I think the formula is great for anybody to use, whether you are advanced in makeup skills or you are a beginner. The formula just blends itself. It makes your skin look so beautiful. The blushes are great, and they do transfer from pan to your face when you're using a brush really well, and you don't have to use much. They're very pigmented products, and I do like that soft kind of glow, and every skin type can use this. Even if you're oily, you probably look at some of these that have more of a sheen or shimmer, you're probably thinking, I can't use a shimmery blush or a bronzer that has a bit of sheen to it, but these are more of a satiny kind of look to the skin. It's almost skin-like when you apply the bronzer, and these highlights are very flattering on the skin. Again, anybody can use them. It doesn't matter what skin texture you have. If you have dryness like I do, mine is pregnancy related, but even if I had dry skin, flaky patches, this doesn't look bad. And I'm sure if you've experienced the same thing with dry skin and you put on a highlighter or you put on some sort of product, it just never really blends well. I never have that issue with this product. Now, you don't necessarily have to purchase it. As you see here with the 6 pans, you can get some of these individually. They even have the smaller like quads, which I do have another one with different tones that I may review in a separate recap video, but this is the one that I've used the most, and I absolutely love it. I use the center light shade here that looks almost white to set my under eye area. I use it to set like my T-zone. I even use it all over my face. You can use it on your eyes, and these can be used as eyeshadows as well. So it gives you kind of like a multi-purpose opportunity to use them for highlights, for bronzer, blush, but you can also use it for eyeshadow if you don't want to do an eyeshadow palette or single eyeshadows and you just want to keep it simple. You can use these on your eyes as well. So it kind of helps make that $80 price point a little bit easier, at least for me it does. And then the highlighters, you have one that's got a little bit more of like a subtle kind of deeper tone to it. I thought it would show up like that on my skin, but it actually looks really pretty, and I'm pretty fair, so that looks really great. And then the lighter one on the opposite end here has a subtle kind of pinky undertone to it, and it's just so flattering on the skin, and they just look so beautiful. And then, of course, these bronzers and the blushes. You get 2 blushes in the bronzer. They're just really great formulas. And if you haven't tried the Hourglass formulas, I do recommend that you try them out. Again, you can pick one in like single compacts, which, you know, they're a little bit pricey, but you do get quite a bit of product in the larger single pans versus these ones that you get a little bit less because you're getting multiple shades. But a really great formula and something I have been wanting for a long time. I've been eyeing it, but that $80 price point has always held me back, and I just thought, I'm going to treat myself for the holidays, so I did. And I don't regret it, and I feel like it's a really great purchase. And if you can get it on sale, or when the Hourglass does a sale on their website, that's even better. Or the next time they come out with their newer edition, the newer release, because I think last year might have been different. I could be wrong about that, but you can definitely keep your eye out on that. So I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury products. I have been expanding my Charlotte Tilbury collection for quite some time, and you guys know this. I absolutely love using the Charlotte products. I feel like every time I use her products, I always absolutely love the way my makeup looks, and I like the finished look at the end of my makeup routine. It always looks great, and I never feel like I want to change anything. And it is a pricey brand. I'm not going to lie to you. It's expensive, and I'm slowly kind of adding more to my collection, and I feel like this brand has slowly, you know, little products have been creeping into my routine on a regular basis, and I have used them a lot in my previous videos and tutorials, and you may have already noticed that, but they're just really great products to use, and the formulas are great. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is an absolute must. I have it in the shade 1 Fair. It comes in several different shades. You can get it based off of your skin tone. Because I am so fair, I chose the lightest color, and I absolutely love this. The packaging is really pretty and just looks so beautiful on your vanity. I don't particularly care for the doe foot applicator, which I will show you. That's how you can apply this product, but I take the doe foot and I swipe it on the back of my hand, and then I use my fingers to apply it for hygienic reasons. I do have acne prone skin, so if I have breakouts and stuff, I don't want to be swiping this all over my face and then putting it back into the bottle. So to kind of keep my products from getting contaminated with bacteria, and especially during breakouts, I don't use the doe foot applicators. So you can if you want. I use my fingers to apply it. You can use this as a primer, which is what I do, and it gives the most beautiful radiance to the skin, and you just have to try it for yourself and look at your skin in the mirror to see what I'm talking about, because it is just absolutely beautiful. And I feel like I can't even do my foundation without using this first. And like I said, her products are expensive, but you can use this as a primer, which is how I use it. You can mix it into your skincare moisturizer if you wanted to. Mix it into your favorite foundation. You can use it as a liquid highlighter on top as a final step to your routine. You can use it inner corner, tap a little bit on your eyelids for a little bit of a glow, and then just throw some mascara on if you need to be out the door really quickly. Or if you just want to get yourself ready, even though you're going to be hanging out at home like I do, just a little bit on the lids gives such a pretty glow. And the glow that you see from this is very feminine, very soft, just beautiful. It's not like a sparkle. It's not glitter. It just looks like your skin is the healthiest that it can be. And like you just had a facial and you have like the best skin ever. And it's like a filter in a bottle. So I guess that's why she calls it the Flawless Filter, because it truly does make your skin look beautiful. And I cannot recommend this enough. And I just noticed recently that Sephora has the mini sizes in this product. Now, not every tone that comes in this Flawless Filter is available in the minis, but the minis are around $15. Don't quote me exactly on price point, but they are available on Sephora and also the Charlotte website. And if you can find a shade that you think might work for you, try the mini size and see what you think. Her minis are quite small, so I will warn you. I wish that her mini size were larger, but it is, I feel, based off of the photos, I feel like it's enough to find out whether or not it's going to work for you. And even if you're oily, just try it and see what you think. Go for the mini if you can find a shade that works for you before committing to the full size, because I want to say this full size bottle, which is an ounce, is around $44. So a little bit pricey, but a little bit goes a long way. And even though it's an expensive product, this will last for me at least a year, if not longer, because I don't need to use that much. And you don't have to use a lot of her product to really get that beautiful, glowy, just this ethereal glow to your skin and just feel fabulous. Very minimal. So on the other end of Charlotte's brand is Eyeshadows, and the eyes are always mesmerizing and it's just so capturing. So I have the larger palettes and I have 2 quads, and so I'm going to talk about one quad today, and this is the Pillow Talk quad because it's so dirty. You can see my fingerprints. I didn't wipe any of these down. The Pillow Talk is a very popular name for her products. She came out with the lip liner, then she has like the lipstick, then she came out with eyeshadows, cream eyeshadows, blushes, all kinds of things in the Pillow Talk range, and it's very soft and very feminine tones, and I just love the way they look. So I will hold it upside down not to blind you with the mirror, but this is the Pillow Talk quad, and it's those kind of pinky, kind of rosy tones. So you have 2 mattes and then you have 2 shimmers. One that's a bit of a softer kind of satin shimmer, and then one that has a little bit more of a sparkly kind of like a topper. So you have to like prime. If you follow her routine, you prime with the shimmery one all over from lash line to your brow. Then you go in with some of these colors here to define and smoke out your crease and add some depth and dimension to your eyes. And then the final step is using this color, and they usually use their finger to kind of tap this shade here, which is kind of like a goldeny sparkle, over your lids or in the very center. You can mix these with other palettes, but I do feel like this is like an everyday kind of palette. And I wasn't quite sure what to expect because these quads, they are $53, so they are quite expensive, and I only have 2 of them, and then I have the larger $75 palette. And I do like the formula. They blend it out quite well, and it's a very soft look. So this is perfect for every day. This is perfect for the person who wants soft kind of pinky tones, but you don't want to have a whole palette of pink eyeshadows, because I personally don't like to wear a ton of pink, but this is really pretty, like rosy colors, very flattering. It doesn't make your eyes look sick or anything like that, so like some pinks can. But this is just a very easy palette that I think anybody can use. If you want quick eyeshadow looks, quads are the way to go because they're already just kind of mapped out. If they all kind of go together like this one here, it's just very simple to apply. You just start with the one shade, go to the next one, and then you're done. Now, this is not going to give you a very deep, dark, smoky look, so if you like that, she has some quads that are dark. Or you can definitely bring in a deeper, like chocolatey brown, an espresso brown, even a black eyeshadow to add some smokiness to your crease, outer V, lash line, whatever you want. You can always bring that in from another brand or another one of Charlotte's palettes, but the deepest that you're going to get is this color here. And again, that's why I say this is more for every day. Now this here, this little sparkle top coat does have some sparkle to it, and you will see that, and it does look kind of like that sparkly. I don't want to say super glittery because some people may not like that. I personally don't like to wear glitter every single day, but there are some bit of glitter specks in this, like chunkier shimmer specks in it, so that you will see kind of like a glistening effect on there. And I feel like for me, that's where I draw the line. I wouldn't use anything any more glittery or noticeable like that on my lids, but I feel like that is really, really pretty. And it looks like a kind of rosy, bronzy kind of look, but it doesn't have as much pigment to it, and I think it's because it's supposed to be your topper over some of the other colors. So keep that in mind, but a really good palette, really great formula. The next 2 products are from the drugstore. I'm going to start with this one from e.l.f. It's the matte setting powder. This is in the light pink shade, and I will show you what it looks like. It's just that soft pink, and I thought I could use this to set my under eye area and create more of like a brightening effect with those lighter pinks. But when I use this to set my concealer, it just looks like regular setting powder. It doesn't have that brightening aspect as I thought. I first thought maybe I wasn't using enough, then I used more, and I just don't feel like it does the brightening aspect with the pink tone. But it is a good powder for setting. I just personally wish that it would be more brightening, which is the reason why I purchased it. So I wouldn't recommend this to anybody for that purpose. If you like powders with a little bit of a pinky undertone, hopefully you can see there, then you might like this, but for the purpose that I bought it for, it's just not performing like I expected, and it doesn't add that brightening aspect. So I'm going to keep using it, maybe even see if my mom would want to try it as well. But it just didn't wow me, and it's just kind of not what I expected or what I thought. So I think I'm just going to have to try a different brand that has like a pink brightening under eye setting powder just for additional brightness under the eye, because who doesn't like a bright under eye area, right? So not the best purchase from e.l.f., but again, it doesn't really set me back too much. I think it was like $3, maybe $6 at the most. So not super expensive there, but just not my favorite. And I wouldn't use a pink based powder like that to set my foundation anyway. So that one for the under eye is just kind of meh. Now my next setting powder is from Milani, and it's the Prep Set and Glow, the translucent illuminating transparent powder. It's got a long name, comes in a compact like this with a clear window, and I've used this so many times. I even did several videos of Milani products, and I've actually been blown away by their products. And this is a really good setting powder. It looks like nothing in the pan, but when you look at it up close, there is a subtle kind of sheen to this. Kind of not like a satin, but a bit of a sheen where it adds a bit of glow to the skin, but in the best way. It's not shimmery, it's not sparkly, it's not metallic. Even someone with oily skin, I think, could use something like this to add a bit of radiance to the skin, but also set certain areas like your T-zone or where you have larger pores. Even though this has a bit of a kind of sheen to it, it makes the skin look like skin, and it gives that beautiful kind of glow to the skin, kind of like the Hollywood Flawless Filter, but in a powder form and a little less glowy than the Charlotte product that I talked about at the beginning of the video. This one I think is really great for setting the under eye. I've used this with my damp beauty sponge over my concealer. I've used it with a big fluffy brush under the eyes as my setting powder for my entire face to kind of touch up if I do for some reason get oily, even though my skin is on the drier side now. It's a really nice powder, and I think it was like $10. Really great. Again, one of those products that I feel like is really awesome, and I think it only comes in this one shade. It's called 02. Doesn't have a name for the actual color tone of it, but I do feel like for $10 you can't go wrong with it, and I do enjoy it. It's a large compact and it'll last a long time, but I do think it's a really pretty finish for all over. If you have like a matte foundation and you want a little bit of a glow and some dimension to the skin, but you don't want anything super shimmery, you can take a big fluffy powder brush and just dust this all over. You can use this to set primer on the eyelids like I do most of the time. Under eyes, I mean, there's multiple uses for something like this, but it's a really great formula and really inexpensive, and I do actually love this product and would recommend it. So I hope you would try it out. And that is it. Those are my 5 recap products for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that I was able to provide some information for you if you were curious about some of these products, if you wanted to try some of them but you were not sure about them. I hope that this kind of gave you some more information and made that decision for you a little bit easier to make. So I appreciate you so much for watching. I hope you like these types of videos. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, and let me know with a thumbs up or a comment if you like these types of videos so that I can continue doing them in the future. And I will have everything listed for you in the description box. So thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. Hopefully we can connect and be friends on Instagram. I'll have it on the screen. Subscribe for more videos. I have more content coming up soon. Thank you for being here, for being you, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.